quick look through Glow Lady's portfolio, 1980 to 2002. Nuked at the 3 Mile Island nuclear accident in March 1979, the TV show Real People came and filmed the dead flies, but never aired the segment locally due to the fear of a lawsuit. 9 months later, a glowing idea was born. Trichem liquid embroidery had glow-in-the-dark ink. I used these to create my first glow-in-the-dark designs. I was working towards developing new designs for Trichem, seeking invention companies and researched the patent office, not even a subclass for glow-in-the-dark in 1983. I was about black sheep among wolves. The TV show Fantasy inspired my business name, Fantasize, an American Dream. My first glow-in-the-dark clothing design in 1985. We won the banner contest to go backstage and meet REO Speedwagon and Cheap Trick. They signed the banner that glowed. I became a district manager with Trichem. Then, April 1985, my marriage crashed violently. In the fall of 1985, I moved to Florida and started over again with my 2 sons. 1 year later, I reunited with my husband. Writing to many, many TV shows and personalities, asking for some help to start a business, all to no avail. Took my first business ownership course. Now I know why they study algebra in school. Registered Fantasize, an American Dream as a business, December of 1987. Lisa Bain Landis, entrepreneur, my first business card. Business flyer that attracted Kenny Martell. Designing clothing for entertainers is what I love to do. Kenny Martell concept, Shooters, Boynton Beach, Florida, 1987, where dreams are born. The last I heard, they were performing on cruise ships. It really was a great show. Sent samples and letters to Tina Turner in 1987 and Dolly Parton in 1989. The only star who even acknowledged my gifts was Elton John. Success Magazine, January 1988. Dr. Fad predicted glow-in-the-dark underwear to be one of the next big fads. Introduced invisible fluorescent at the Button South, the club of the day. Starring the models in my first photo shoot. We learned a lot that photo shoot. It works much better to shoot it at night. Every Glow For It design has 3 different looks depending on the light source: regular, black light, and glow in the dark. Introducing invisible fluorescent. Follow the rainbow. My sister, Kelly Bain Borjas, was one of my models. Glow in the dark animal prints look 3-dimensional in the dark. This dress had a wraparound snake that turned bright orange only under a black light. Bustiers before Madonna. Mod Made, mesh before it was mainstream, 1988. Be wild or mild, be great and be unique. clothing for your ultimate performance. Mirrors, sequins, rhinestones, seashells, and such. Bikinis and tie-dye too. My first fashion show at a nightclub. Glow-in-the-dark wedding gown and Madame Butterfly with wings that glowed. January 1990, world's first glow-in-the-dark fashion show. The light operator was too high on something to understand the command, turn down the lights. Getting it all together, 1-800 number, taking orders for Glow For It Originals and Glow Butts. Fabric I dyed for Walt Disney World was delivered to the wrong building. Instead of ironing out the wrinkles or calling for care directions, they washed out the fresh dye and then refused the final payment. Then my personal life crashed once again, ending up in a tent with my family, pregnant with my third child, struggling to survive. My business was destroyed one more time. A tent was my daughter's first home for 2 months. The best thing was the boys went to good schools. April 1991. Moved back to Pennsylvania and started over one more time. My first business location. The latest episode of my personal soap is never dull and boring. Regis and Kathy Lee, among the stars to receive never acknowledged clothing. Glow Butts. Logo. Prototypes. Which one would you choose? The Chosen logo. Glow For It. Logo. Prototypes. First, Glow For It flyer. Glow For It models 1994. 3 designs in one: regular light, black light, and glow in the dark. At the opening of my first brick and mortar store, the neighbors called the police. They said we had women in lingerie outside the store. The store had something for everyone, plus a children's play area. We offered free makeovers by different local salons. The makeovers transformed the women. Gypsy Rose Lee to the T. Clothing designs for a burlesque show. Mae West inspired. Glow For It Originals. 4 out of 9 Limelight models. Choosing the photo for the cover of the Limelight invitation. Invite to the fashion show at the Limelight in Manhattan. The promoter who screwed up the fashion show was arrested and sentenced 10 to 20 years for killing his drug dealer. Party Monster, the movie. Glow For It, glow-in-the-dark wedding gown finale in the Limelight fashion show. Impressions Trade Magazine, June 1994. My business was chosen to represent Pennsylvania, one of the great imprinted sportswear businesses of the United States. The Press Trade Magazine. Life Was Good, 1993. Rest in peace, February 14th, 1995. To end an abusive marriage, I lost everything. My business, my home, my animals, my children, then my mind. Everything I loved and worked for, gone. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm not a victim anymore. I am a survivor. Starting over again one more time. Florida, 2000. September 11th, 2001. The focus changed to Glow and Safety. Saving lives inside out. To be continued in the next chapter, 2002 to 2013. Why I signed a notarized statement and walked away from the corporate world. Why? The reason is serving 20 years in prison. How many more businesses I have started with nickels and dimes, and who destroyed them? Envy, one of the 7 deadly sins. Harm none. Do as you will. Hate hurts. Love heals.